what you got. Show them how you get up in your bag.
Show them that swag. What you see is what you get. When I look in the mirror, I'm looking like a man. Like we playing tag bad, I'm the top pick. Show them what you're working with. Break the circuit, be a hit. Go ahead and make them sit. If you gotta hate it, then your purpose is equipped. Tell them catch you later, cause you serving up some grits. Meaning hot with the drip when I drop in the mix. The proof is in the pudding. Show them how you do it. They do it like they shouldn't. You don't need to brag, cause your competition couldn't. You don't need to boast, cause the proof is in the pudding. Show them that swag. Show them that swag. Show them that swag. Show them that swag. Show them what you got. Show them how you get up in your bag. Show them that swag.
All right, so let's dive in now. This webinar today, I am hopefully going to convince you to try PhotoDay out, maybe low risk or no risk, or if you're ready to go all in, I will help you make those decisions. So I like to start this one off with like this quote: take chances, make mistakes. That's how you grow. As business owners, you're always trying different things, trying new things. But then when you find something, you might do it for a while and then it starts getting really, like comfortable. You get into a comfort zone. Oh boy. Can you guys still hear me? Hopefully you can still hear me. Is this everybody or is it just me? Oh no. Can you hear me? Tell me you can still hear me. Anyone? Anyone can still hear me? Oh, good. All right, awesome. Okay, so if you lose volume at any time, just go ahead and hit that reconnect button at the top. Hopefully it will reconnect. That might just be your browser issue, not my browser issue. I think my browser issue is good now. So, all right, so we'll start this over. So the take chances, make mistakes, that's how you grow. Once we've been in business for a while and things are working really well, we get scared to change things, right? And that's mainly because we've set in our ways. It's working. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Like that's the saying, right? But there's still some like underlying things that can be popping up along the way, like that you're not quite happy about, but change is hard. And change is just hard in general because there's a lot of new things coming and there's really how do you know when the right time is to try something new, right? And that's really what I want to dive into today and what we should look at together as a group. So I made this poll because I would really like to know everybody, like what you're going through right now. Why are you here today? I just gonna publish this so you can kind of like come into here we go. You guys should see the poll now. So if you could go ahead and like pick your answer, like why are you here today? Are you on paper forms or prepay, looking to try this new way of selling? Is your current solution, it's just no longer working for you, or you just want to try something new? Or maybe you just heard about PhotoDay and you're like, okay, I have to find out more about PhotoDay. What is PhotoDay all about? Things like that. Or you're just brand new to volume photography and you just booked your first job and you're wondering which solution you should pick for your first job. I like this one. I'm ready to make more money. This is part of my passion behind PhotoDay, trying to find a better way to do volume photography because let's just face it, if you are familiar with the old way, it was not fun at all. And that's kind of what we're all about when we did here at PhotoDay. And yeah, you guys have all different reasons. It's kind of like split down the middle. Like everybody's here for, kind of like one reason or another. So that's really awesome. All right, rewind. I wanted to get more into that. Let's talk about like life before PhotoDay first, because I think that's important. When we were building PhotoDay, I wrote down every single thing a studio had to do to get a picture in the hands of mom, right? Like every single thing from start to finish, from booking the league or beginning to book the league, to executing picture day, to getting the things to the lab and back and getting it delivered. There were 67 things you had to do for sports photographers, like for you sports photographers, 67 different steps that checks on your list that you had to do to deliver a photo back to mom, your customer, ultimately, that you have to go through the gateway, which is the league or the school or the AD. 87 if you were selling her a school photo. There's even more with private galleries because you're dealing with data and getting things back and forth to the students without the parents there. So that naturally just like inflated the amount of steps you had to take as a studio to make a delivery, which is crazy. So we set out on a mission with PhotoDay by using multiple different technology to cut down those steps significantly. We cut them down so much, and I kept rewriting the list when we were going through this new workflow, that only a third of them remained. And we were like, okay, we're on to something now. Now we have to like figure out, is this going to work? And are people going to accept it? Is the customer going to be able to hear this all the time? People are like, I live in a rural place. My parents aren't ready for online. Well, if Amazon said that, Amazon wouldn't be Amazon. And I guarantee you those people are ordering from Amazon somehow, some way, because it's Amazon. And let's face it, everybody's ordering from Amazon. So cue the different technology that we're using here at PhotoDay to make life easier. Face find, that was our shiny thing. We were like, if we can find a way to use images to cluster images together, we would no longer need to write image numbers down or worrying about time stamping, scanning a barcode or QR code. But Face Find had to be there. We'll never forget like the early days we were talking about Face Find. It was a very complex, very expensive technology to implement. And John, or one of the other founders, we were standing outside of Reedy Photo, one of our partner labs, and he was like, he asked me, he's like, do we really need Face Find, or can we just like go without it when we're building PhotoDay? And I'm like, there's no way. There's no way we can go without this. This is going to be the most game-changing thing. Like, we need Face Find. Like, we need to be able to use this because there's all these things change when you move online, and we have to make the workflow easier. And plus, like, if you're coming from paper forms, like, and you're making all that cash and you're taking home all those $20 bills after picture day, like, in order to convince people to go online, you have to have something that replaces the cash that's just as exciting. And that's less work and more fun, right? Like something, because the cash is going to come, but it's going to come later and there's going to be a lot more of it. The opt-ins, that was a big thing. So the SMS tech, us going to get our own short code 90738 and being able to easily connect with today's parents through their mobile devices, that was our biggest competition. So as school and sports photographers, we were looking at like, okay, like who are we competing against? And naturally it's the smartphone. It's mom with a camera. She's carrying around with her all day long. She's taking pictures of her kids. Meanwhile, school and sports photographers, we're providing a service, a convenience, a photo day experience, a picture day experience to customers. And that's our competition. We have to take better photos than what mom can get with her fancy iPhone that she's carrying around in her pocket. So how do we connect with her there, right where she is all the time? And that's where text marketing came in. So getting the short code, making it easy for people to connect to their gallery. You create an access code, your customer texts it to 90738, boom, they're connected, and our automated marketing is designed to bring them back to the cart to transact, to make a purchase. Over a period of 30 days, we have a whole automated marketing sequence. It's now through both text and through email simultaneously, and it's already pre-set up. You don't even have to set up when you publish a job. And then, of course, the mobile first ordering, making sure that this e-commerce site looks great and is easy to use on a mobile device, on a tiny screen. Because at the time, and this, I'm talking like 7-8 years ago, everything was designed for desktop viewing. And I'm like, how many people still have desktop computers in their house? Well, we have them because we work at home and we're remote. But a lot of families don't have a computer anymore. They live on their smartphones because they're really tiny little computers. So everything has to be mobile first and look great on the mobile device first. And that's what we did. And then lastly, tying in like that instant gratification, are people opting into your galleries? Are they making sales? Like, we push that all directly to you through our dashboard app because we wanted you to be connected to your business just like your customers are connected to you. And that's another thing that we did here at PhotoDay. So ultimately, it wraps up in a nutshell. We weren't building things for how Picture Day existed today. We wanted to build things for how we thought Picture Day would be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now. How do we sustain it? What technologies do we use? How do we better connect with our audience? And that's truly what we built for. So meet PhotoDay. A little bit about our company. We're right here in the US. I live in Tampa. A lot of our other co-founders, actually both of our other co-founders, live in the Orlando area. We're right here in Florida, in sunny Florida. We do have offices now in Tampa and Orlando for our team. And some of our team is scattered remotely throughout the US. We did launch as a fully remote company, but we're right here with you guys throughout the country. So that's where we are. That's the things we care about. And I'm a big Disney fan, by the way. So if you're ever in Disney, tell me, and maybe I'll pop over there and come hang out with you. So let's look at our growth as a company over time too. These are the amount of like households served over time, just so you can kind of see the growth from where we started. We launched in 2018 with this idea. It was like the second half of 2018. And it was pretty wild. Like people were hesitant, like, should I go online? People lose sales when they go online. Like, you hear it all the time. My participation's not the same and things like that. And it's because when you come from like a paper or prepay selling environment, that's what you know. That's your sales funnel. You've got it down pat. You became an expert at that sales funnel. But when you move online, the funnel changes, and it is possible to be successful, and it is possible to beat your numbers that you did have on paper or on prepay environment with image first selling. And we just proved that over time with our growth and how many households we're actually serving across the United States. And then you look at how many studios are signing up for PhotoDay. There was a little dip in there, 2020, when there was no jobs to get done. But over time, thousands of studios have signed up to try PhotoDay to really challenge the technology, to see what it's all about, and they give it an opportunity. So there's a lot of people here trying different things, and obviously we welcome you guys to do the same. As far as partner labs go, we have 6 partner labs in our marketplace that you can choose from. Currently, some of the biggest labs in the United States are our partners, and they have products available in PhotoDay, and the pricing is the same as what you would get through any other supplier, from PhotoDay to wherever you're ordering through these labs, through Rose or any other thing. So everything is the same. Here, our partner labs are awesome. We have recently added some more labs as we build out more lab integration, so stay tuned for that. But if you don't see your lab here, feel free to ping us and say, like, I want my lab to be PhotoDay. We're always looking to add more partners to the group. And then for those of you that may not know this, we started as we were a tech startup company, and we started small. It was just a handful of us. I used to do all of our sales, all of our marketing, all of our technical support in our live chat. That was just me. And then we grew to a team of over 50 people, and it got a little wild. So we recently secured an investment with Sarah Capital to help us continue to build for the future. I'm super excited about this. It's allowed us to expand so much faster in a short amount of time. We're about 6 months in, and this has been absolutely awesome for our company. So I'm excited to continue to build and take you guys along for the ride. So I had this idea when we were making the slide deck, and I'm like, PhotoDay is kind of like a prescription, right? You take it to get rid of the late night paperwork, the bounce checks, the extra staffing, the question, where is my order, the spelling errors, the really long delivery times. And then the side effects is you get more days in the season to book jobs. When you're on prepay or when you're on like a bulk delivery, you got to get the orders delivered back to the client before the end of season, right? And if you're photographing sports, you only have like 6 to 8 weekends to really get some leagues in and really scale your company. And maybe you can only work up until the 4th weekend of the season because you need time to data enter and process and get it back to the league. Well, PhotoDay extends the days on what you can photograph those, because we're not waiting for bulk delivery. You can photograph up until the last weekend they're playing and squeeze as many picture days in as you can before you have to start expanding your staff. So you can scale smarter. And I think that's such a great thing. You can also take more vacation time. Who doesn't like good vacation? Who doesn't like taking vacations or time off of work? That's also a side effect of PhotoDay, because naturally you have more time back. more money in the bank. We'll get more into that later, but definitely expanding the inventory, which you can sell, the amount of images you can post naturally will expand your average order value, what people are spending in the store, because they have more images to buy now. It's not just one picture they haven't seen yet with a bunch of fixed items that they don't know what the quality is until they get it back, or if you had samples at the table that day. So the one warning I have is you might get addicted to the PhotoDay dashboard. For users that are here and already know that, it's kind of crazy. I just got off of a trade show. I was out at Imaging USA and then at SPAC, hanging out with some of our users, and I see it all day long, checking their watches, checking the dashboard app, getting sales, showing me the sales they got. It's really exciting just being connected to your business 24/7, no matter where you are. So you might get a little bit addicted to the dashboard app because of that. um, why would PhotoDay not work for you? I see this all the time too. 8 years later, it's because you don't want it to work. If you don't want it to work, it's not going to work. Like, it goes back to the beginning. You got to be willing to take the risk to jump out of and know that you're going to land on your own 2 feet. We like to say 2 things here at PhotoDay to be very, very successful with selling online and trying PhotoDay is image quality is essential. You have to take good images. They have to be lit correctly. You have to get great expressions from your subject. And they have to be like the image composition matters, right? A lot. If you're, photographing like a full length photo, make sure that that child's taking up majority of the frame, the available space that you have to capture. And they're just not off in a corner somewhere in the photo and you're allowing for the parents to zoom in. You don't want them to do any extra work, as an example. And communication is key. As long as you tell people where to go find their images, PhotoDay will connect them to the galleries and send them marketing through text and through email for them to return the purchase later. So as long as you can get the word out where they go find the pictures, whether they're opting in, whether they're sending a link, we will handle the rest. So if you do those 2 things, you will be successful. I will guarantee it. So what our users say about the switch? I just pulled some quotes from some of the videos that we've been doing. So you can kind of see like what people feel initially when they switch to PhotoDay. It's not a question. Sales go up. Yes. You have more inventory, you're selling more, you're putting even downloads first because people want to buy all the images that you're creating, black and white color, game face, smile, different types of posing or just, horizontal versus vertical photographs. You've never been able to do that before. Naturally, people want to buy all the images of their kids, so that download all is where it's at. However, they still want prints. That's not going to say that they don't want prints. They do want prints still. They will print their favorite. And we see that in our data. It's just that the downloads are they might not want a print of all 12 images that you create. They might want different prints of 4 or 5. And then they want all of them in a download. So that's adding to your bottom line. And then obviously, who likes paperwork? Does anyone here like paperwork? Tell me if you love paperwork, because that's just crazy. But anyway, paper forms are just, an absolute nightmare. And honestly, having that more inventory, you're capturing those great images, you're a better photographer, you're providing a better service for your orgs, your schools, and your customers. You're going to see that rise in sales. And let's talk about what people wish they would have known before trying PhotoDay. Advanced pay. I'm going to show you some numbers on advanced pay. It's kind of our answer to prepay. It's very unique in a sense that you're selling credits before picture day. So you can still get a sense of a little bit of prepay in there. You can still get cash in the bank, especially when you're starting up in the beginning of season and cash flow is a thing and you need to pay your labor, right? So we wanted to have an answer to that. And that's what advanced pay truly is. And then of course, face finds. Need I say more? If you guys haven't tried it yet, it's totally fun to use. So I highly encourage trying it. And then obviously our customer service, we take a lot of pride in customer service here. We want to be here for you guys. We've developed a ton of resources to help you be successful, not only by using PhotoDay, but being a successful school and sports photographer. Like, we really hone in on that. We want to create things for you guys to continue to be successful, because as you grow, naturally our company grows. So we're in this with you as your business partner. That's what we view ourselves as here. So let's talk a little bit about results. So these are some advanced pay results, and I wanted to get into this a little bit deeper here. So opt-ins, when we say opt-ins here at PhotoDay, that is like how many people have texted the access code or viewed their gallery and opted in to that text marketing. So if you get somebody to opt in, say you have 100 people opt in, 41% of them are going to convert to sale at a $57 AOV on average. This is a whole bunch of data for youth and high school sports galleries and PhotoDay that we crunched to show you these numbers. That's $23 per opt-in customer value. So drive the opt-ins, because every time somebody opts in and connects to your gallery, you're going to make $23 on average, right? That is what that looks like. Now, if there's an AP credit, if you sold an advanced pay credit for $20, $30, this is something very unique to PhotoDay. 87 of them convert to actual sale. So, and it's even more than that because they convert over time. So the data here is a little long tail because they have 14 months to spend their credit. At a $67 AOV. So naturally, like, money spent is money forgotten. If they made a pre-purchase, 20, 30 bucks before picture day, they're going to spend more when you publish the photos and it's time for them to make a purchase. So, and then that leaves you with, the average order being for every advanced pay that you sell, that's going to convert at $59. So even if it's a $20, $30 credit, you're going to convert that to a $59 sale. It's awesome. So it's just a reason to use advanced pay. Don't be scared of it. Learn all you can about it, because it's really going to help drive revenue for your businesses. And so we take a lot of like research, and we want to put that in front of you guys and help you implement advanced pay. But I can't say it enough. Use advanced pay. All right. And now we're looking at AOVs. Like, what does the average order value look like in all of PhotoDay with advanced pay, with offers, with advanced pay and offers, or just with nothing? So we look at all this data. We're just looking at AOV in all of PhotoDay from that subset of accounts we looked at for that $100 million in revenue, you're looking at an average AOV of $51. That's when there's no advanced pay and no offers attached to that order. With advanced pay, you're looking at a 15% increase. So people that apply an advanced pay credit to an order naturally spend 15% more, which obviously supply advanced pay, sell advanced pay. It's where it's at. And then with offers, if you're tying in like free shipping or spend this to get this, like whether it's a percentage off or whether it's a fixed dollar amount, that increases your AOV even more. So when you're going to sell online, especially for the first time, or maybe you tried it and it didn't work out, it's very important that you have your sales funnel designed, and that's what we help with. Your advanced pay sales, are you incentivizing advanced pay, buy a credit, get free shipping, for example? Once they go to sale, once the photos are published, are you incentivizing them to order within the first 48 hours or within the first 7 days? And then lastly, like, order before the gallery expires. All of those things drive your sales funnel in the direction where you want it to go, with that positive uplift in sales and participation and conversion. So we're here to help you with all of that, and feel free to ask questions at any time during the process. So what does a picture day setup look like with PhotoDay? It's really simple. You're collecting opt-ins, and we have tons of resources available for you. So you're sending the photographers out, or you're the photographer, and you are just making sure that your families know where to go view and buy those photos. So you do that with our opt-in. We have posters, we have little cards you can print, we have web flyers, we have everything that you need to make the materials to get them out to the league or the school in advance of the picture day, and then bring whatever you need on picture day if you're sending anything home. But it's really just, we want you focused on making sure they know where to go view and buy, and then obviously you're just focused on taking great photos. You don't have to worry about writing image numbers down. You don't have to worry about like people getting out of order or sibling photos or buddy photos or coaching kid photos. Or you could take more than one team photo. You could do a traditional team photo and then you could do a funny, everyone do the 6-7 thing or whatever you want to do. Or you could do a huddle shot if you want to get on the ground. But like you could do multiple variations of your photos because every different picture is an opportunity to sell more and really drive your AOV. So, how do you try photo day without any risk to your business? And this is an important topic because I always like to say it's good to practice first before you jump all in. That way, you have a great experience. This is how I recommend it. It's worked for a lot of studios over time. You try it right away if you have jobs from the fall that maybe didn't perform the best or you want to just try to squeeze a little bit more out, upload some old jobs. If you have good relationships with your orgs or your schools, just tell them like, hey, I'm trying something out. I put everything in this new gallery. Can you send it out to the parents for me and see? I had one guy do this years ago with his dance schools and made an extra like 12K over the summer because he was selling speculation printing and proofing before, and he went online and the dance schools all sent it out for him, and he made a boatload of cash just like unexpectedly trying it out for the first time. And then also you can go try to book something. It's a new sales method. It's exciting. It's easy for your schools and leagues. It's easy for you and you can offer more. It's a great sales pitch to walk into that league or that school that you've never been able to sell to before and go get them because now you have a new method. I mean, and you know what? It's brand new business. You introduced something new. You were excited to talk about it. It's an easy sale. So having something new to sell kind of like lights that sales spark. And if you something you've been struggling with or been kind of content with, this could also break that up and you can try it completely low risk because now it's all the new business you're getting. It's not your existing business that you're risking. So there's a couple different ways to do it. That's what I suggest, just diving all in, going to get some new business or just talking to your Laker school. Or maybe you have somebody that's not happy with the way things went last year and you say, okay, I got a new way I'm doing it this year. Let's try it this way. You can always use it as a churn recovery as well. All right, so we have guides to get you set up too. So if you ever dreamed of having a complete manual on how to do something so you can read along as you go through it, go to guides.photoday.com. I also have something I was going to give you guys today too. I'm going to post it and share it with you. Um, it's a youth sports guide. It's something that our team put together for you, just kind of walk you through how to do youth sports with Photo Day from like A to Z and what are the best practices. So you guys can grab that file. Yeah, and take it down. Gabriel, I think you're asking, you say school, can we do class composites? We don't have a class composite builder in Photoday. There's a lot of third-party tools that we can recommend to you to do that, but you can sell them in Photoday. You can upload the photo and it'll cluster into each individual child's gallery with if you're using our capture app, because it recognizes the face in the class composite and it'll automatically put them in that child's gallery. So yeah, we don't build them, but you could sell them in our platform. All right, so I have time here for Q&A. So if you guys want to hit me up with any questions, I'm here to answer them. There's like a 10-second delay between the time I talk and questions popping up. So I'll try to fill it with some awkward conversation if you have nothing to ask me. But I wanted to go ahead and leave it at that. One of the conversations that I had a lot at imaging this year and at SPAC with volume photographers just kind of everywhere is I like to ask them like, what are you actually selling? What's your pitch? Like, give me an elevator pitch on what does your studio sell? And it was kind of like crazy. It was like my little social experiment because I think about this all the time when people are asking, what does Photo Day do? What is, give me an elevator pitch for Photo Day. So I kind of turned it around and I'm like, what do you sell as a studio? Like, what is your, like, what are you offering clients? And I got all different kinds of answers, but it all pointed like back to the same thing. Like, I sell memories for families and prints, and things like that. And, maybe that's like a good answer. Like you are selling memories, you are taking images of kids throughout their childhood, school age children between 5 and 17. That's volume photography. But ultimately, like what you're selling and what I think you're selling, and reality, what you're selling today is the picture day experience and convenience, right? The convenience, and that was kind of like my passion behind Photo Day in the very beginning, is like I'm a mom now and I've been in this industry a really long time. And I'm like, I don't, I was hearing grumblings like of all my friends that are volume photographers, and they're like, people aren't converting, we're not getting as many sales. They would go and deliver 1,000 envelopes to a school, and then 15 kids would bring them back with money in the envelope. And you're like, wow, like what is happening? Like, I mean, the participation rate was just tanking, and it was because our audience was changing, who we were selling to was changing, and we had to change the way we were selling to this new generation, these new younger parents who just expected to order, or they wanted to be treated differently. So the picture day experience is ultimately what you're selling, and your method and your workflow. And, from the time you meet your subject for the first time to delivery should flow together and feel like an amazing, seamless experience for your parents. So yeah. All right. I got some questions here while I filled it in with my passion talk, but can you talk about cutouts? Yes. So we do have a knockout service here in Photo Day. It's like 10 cents a knockout. It doesn't need to be on green or gray screen or white. We can knock out from anything that is in Photo Day. And then if you add knockouts to your job, like if you have PNGs in the gallery, you can go ahead and upload your own set of backgrounds or choose from our default backgrounds, and your customers can swap backgrounds on those images. So we do offer the knockout service. And we also, if you're using another external service or you're doing it yourself, you can upload PNGs and you can sell knockouts and the JPEGs together in one gallery. So you don't have to have like all or nothing. Like you can have both of them in your gallery, and our cart is smart enough to present it to the customer that way. Let's see. Does Photo Day offer backgrounds? Yes, we have default backgrounds. We have a support article, Jennifer, that has a whole bunch of backgrounds that you can download from, but they're all over the place, but we do have a starting point and we don't charge for them. Tracy Alkett is definitely connected. They went through their beta period, and you just need to reach out to Alkett and you can get connected and build a price sheet with them. And can I print my own prints? So we do have a new product for this year that just launched. We're calling it PDX. Gabriel, if you want to inquire about using Photo Day and printing yourself, just like send me a message, and we can talk about that. But we do have we're calling it a flex fulfillment solution, and we do have it available now for studio. So let's connect on that for sure. And then if you use your own backgrounds, what is the file size you need? I believe, oh my gosh, it's 2400 pixeled by 3000. Am I right, Austin? I think I'm right. So it's like 8 by 10, 300 DPI. I think that's 2400 by 3000 pixels. I think I'm smart and I remember that, but I don't know. But yes, and then you can do horizontal or vertical. Oh, look, I'm right. I'm right on the money. Yes. So that is awesome. So let's see, what is the file size? Yeah, that's it. So it's 8 by 10, 300 DPI, and they can rotate that image on the background, or the background on the image. But yes, you can offer horizontal and vertical. Are images protected from downloading theft? Well, that's the hottest topic, Andy. You totally let the cat out of the bag. Yes. So, okay, so let's talk about that for a second. So, I mean, obviously we have like desktop protection as best as we can right now. We are adding some more deterrents. It's nearly impossible to stop it on mobile devices, which is like 85% of shoppers are on a mobile device nowadays. You can put screenshot protection all day long on a desktop, but the minute you just go incognito or use private browsing, it's right out the window. There's no more tracking. There's no more anything like that. And also the challenge that we have is too, especially as business owners, like if somebody's going to steal from you, they're going to find a way. There's no true way for you to block everybody out. So, and especially on cell phones, because even if you had screenshot protection on a cell phone, even if it did exist, most households have more than one phone. They're just literally going to take a picture of the other phone and of the picture and run it through the same process. So it's hard. This is what I like to say about it. These are my feelings about it so far and our stance as a company as well. We are going to make it hard. We are looking at solutions to make it deter it even more. You can deter it, but yes, you can put watermarks on the image. You can try to AI proof the watermark, put faces on there, things like that. We have some ideas to really, really drive, like, make it as impossible as we possibly can. And those are being implemented, what we do right now. However, the real, I have conversations about this a lot. The real thing we got to look at is who are the clients you're serving? Are they your customer? You don't sell luxury items to, lower class families, right? Like, so you have to make sure that you're selling to the right audience and you're priced correctly, because if you go in and you price yourself too high and you're in an environment where people don't expect to pay that, they're going to be more inclined to steal from you, right? So there's that issue. And that's a separate issue than the fact that they can, or they're challenging this new technology out there and they're stealing from you. That's where the sales funnel comes in. That's where advanced pay comes in. Get the skin in the game, qualify your buyers. And I think where it hurts the most too is what I see is like you're looking at theft, like being stolen from and then being blasted on social media about it doesn't feel good, right? Like it doesn't feel good to be a victim of theft, especially when you put so much work in to create that image and so much money. Like, you bought templates and then you extracted the image and then you spent hours in Photoshop creating the images and you upload them and they just take them. That does not feel good. Well, if that's your market and if that's what you're doing, maybe reconsider too, like not just the sales funnel, qualifying the buyers before you do all those hours behind the computer and you do all that post processing and custom editing. But maybe they need to move also to a more traditional environment to take traditional poses. So you're not spending the hours. It doesn't hurt as bad. In the rare cases it does happen. And then focus on 98% of your clients, the people that are going to buy from you. Try not to do not deteriorate their experience in the process of blocking the one person that will never buy from you, right? Like, so that's kind of like my best advice. But yeah, we're doing everything possible to try to make it stop in general. But, we got to hit it from all sides, I think, as an industry, and do everything we possibly can to stop it from happening, as well as continue to educate our customer to say, like, nope, you're not supposed to do that. That's wrong. I'm going to go talk to the principal or the AD or the school and say, I caught a bunch of kids stealing my photos. Like, it's time to expose it too, and talk about it more openly. But yeah, thanks for bringing that up. But it's been definitely a rant of mine lately too, because when they're stealing from you, they're stealing from PhotoDay too. And we don't like it either. So for sure. So, okay. So for those of you guys that don't know our pricing, this is where we're at. Oh, I totally might have missed a Q&A in here. Okay. So we'll get into that for Bree. Sorry, I just saw your Q&A question. All right. So this is how we charge our fees. So we charge 10% transaction fee. We do have volume discounts if you're doing a ton of volume. We want this to be fair for you guys. We want you guys to make more money. We want to justify our cut, right? Our cut is justified by doing all these different things for you. The text marketing, the email marketing, all of that's included. We use a short code, not a long code. Delivery is fast. Delivery is reliable. For our SMS marketing, we are the only person or the only company that uses a short code text marketing in our space. Our capture app is included. That's to create private galleries. There's no additional hardware that you have to buy for your cameras. It's literally, you can use any iPad or tablet, anything running iOS or Android. to use our Capture app to create those private galleries. And then you get our dashboard app as well. We don't have an additional fee for our digital download sales, and we have the download all product. And you can also sell download bundles. The more you buy, the more you save, as an example. We don't charge for storage. It's unlimited, so your images can, be hosted on PhotoDay indefinitely. We have all of our marketing resources, and then we have PhotoDay Academy to teach you guys and share education with other PhotoDay users and other volume photographers on how to grow your businesses. So I like to say the best part about this is you don't have to pay a separate lab bill anymore. I used to work at a lab, spent 16 years of my life working at a lab. I know what it's like asking photographers to pay their lab bill. Now, when the customer transacts in PhotoDay, all parties get paid. So PhotoDay takes their cut, the Stripe credit card processing fee comes out. The lab fees are taken out and sent directly to the lab. We also collect and remit sales tax as a marketplace facilitator in all 50 states in the US. You no longer have to worry about your sales tax. If you're selling, if you're on a border state, you're selling across multiple states, we have that covered as a marketplace facilitator. We had to do that. Wasn't my favorite thing to do, but we had to. So lucky you guys, no more sales tax. And we do that for you now. Yeah, and everything gets dispersed to you, and then you get paid weekly, in a weekly payout. So we include all of that with PhotoDay. All right, so thank you guys for tuning in today. If we have more questions, let me know. You can shout them out now. I'll stick on for a little bit longer. If not, you can scan this QR code and just set up an appointment to onboard if you're ready to try, or if you just want to get access to it. It's totally free. We ask for no credit card. You guys can set up an account right now, get in there, upload some photos, try out FaceFind, try out the Capture app, just see what it's like. I invite you guys to try it. It's really fun to use, and we have a very fun interface. It's very easy. So we like to say we're not complicated. Sometimes that's perceived as we're not flexible. We are totally flexible. It's just very simple and easy to use. So we do have a lot of features. 8 years ago, when I used to demo PhotoDay, it used to take me 26 minutes to get through the whole application. I think we've written a couple million lines of code since then, so it takes me about 2 hours to show you everything about PhotoDay today. But yeah, so try it out for yourself. It's pretty awesome. I thank you guys for the time today. I am sorry that I was 10 minutes delayed figuring out sound issues. Now that I know this won't happen again. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in the platform at a trade show, or maybe one of our upcoming PhotoDay events. So thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.